Hello world, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. And again, I want to thank you all for your support. Those who've subscribed, those who've commented, those who've liked. I thank you so much for your support and choosing to watch my videos. And today I have chosen the subject of, whether you're going through the dark night of the soul or not, helping to identify why you had to go through that or why you're currently going through that. And for those of you who don't know what dark night of the soul is, it's something part of everyone's spiritual journey where, you might be going through deep depression, or certain things continuously fall away, or certain cycles in your life are that it might seemingly be negative or exaggerated. So that certain blocks can be acknowledged, transmuted, understood, and healed. So you can truly accept your God-given or source-given talents. Because sometimes when we go through the dark night of the soul, it's to help us realize what we're truly meant to do in this life and who we truly are. So, without further ado, this is group number 1. This is group number 2. This is group number 3. And this is group number 4. So give yourselves a moment to feel out which one resonates with you the most. And then I'll get on with your reading. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. And you chose the Seer Stone. And a Seer Stone, well, this one is a smoky quartz in particular, but a Seer Stone is one in which has been really worn by being in water for a really long time, and then they polish the front of it. And those who don't really particularly like crystal balls or perhaps pendulums might like these to stare into to help their psychic gifts and abilities. And what this tells me about you, group number 1, and the feeling and the message I'm getting off of it is you might have had an upbringing in this life or another where the fear of religious persecution has really kept you from fully accepting your natural psychic gifts and abilities. That's what I'm seeing here. The reason why you have gone through the dark night of the soul, or you currently are right now, is because you're dismantling beliefs that would block you from your natural gifts and abilities spiritually. Very spiritually gifted, and that's something that you have worked through or are currently working through. And that's why turmoils with the family, breaking off of certain relationships with community, whether that is church groups or other people that don't believe in what you're doing because they might term it themselves as something evil, that is something, those are beliefs that you're dismantling so you can fully accept your own talents and abilities, because you are naturally psychically gifted. And I got a pop in my right ear. So some of you might be clairaudient, and you might get, like I do, I get pops in my ears that confirm things and ringings in my ears. So if you're wondering about that, I feel like a lot of you are clairaudient. So psychic hearing, okay. So let's pull you an oracle card, group number 1. You are always loved, group number 1. Sometimes sometimes the family we have in life is made and not necessarily the people you come in with. So if you're worried about not being accepted anywhere, don't you worry, because people out there love and care about you. Ooh, so we got 2 for you. So we got the animal kingdom and lightning. Okay. So let me start with this Animal Kingdom card. You have an affinity, like whether or not you're into meditation, I would, because you have affinity for animals being your guides, coming through to you in your dreams, your visions, your meditations. Or you could see a lot of a particular animal, but this talks about living in the now, grounding to the Earth Mother, and seeing the wisdom, the divine consciousness within all animals, because they live within their instinctual abilities. They are born already knowing what they're good at and what their abilities are. And that's something, through going through this dark time or coming out of it, has really instilled, evoked, and what Spirit is trying to guide you towards is your instinct, your gifts, your talents, your natural affinities for certain things. You know, get into animals, animal signs, or if you have a particular one that really calls to you, do some more research on that and deeply connect, because that could be your medicine. So that's a big, big spiritual message for you, group number 1, to confirm the message that was already coming out of the stone. So we also have this other card, and that's lightning. And there's the goddess Isis there. She is like a mother goddess, like she's one of the biggest goddesses in Egyptian Naturu. And she is like the magician, basically. She knows all the magic. She knows the magic words. She resurrected her husband Osiris, who'd been cut into a bajillion pieces. You know, finding new life through accepting those things that were thought to be faux pas or looked down on or devilish even by those other people that you're associated with. Because this is something you're born to... Oh my goodness. This was something you're born to do, but I just got a big message. See all the winged ones? You were born to be free and to fly. Like moving above all this pettiness of thinking certain things are just evil. They are not. There's more than one way to find source or God or however you connect. You're meant to be free and to fly and to be more open to your natural gifts and abilities, group number 1. And those will be manifesting. This could also signal to a Kundalini awakening for you. And those of you who don't know what Kundalini is, it's this energy that lies at the base of your spine, kind of where your sacral is at the back of your body. And then it comes all the way up through the chakras. And when this happens, you can have big energetic surges. I've had a couple myself, and it is really important, again, to ground to the Mother Earth when you feel this energy rising within you. And it's nothing to be afraid of. It just means that you're activating all your spiritual gifts and abilities. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message for you, group number 1. You're going to be having a lot of spiritual upgrades. Accepting your own affinity and abilities for things spiritually. That is so beautiful. Okay. See what's on the back? Yeah, affirmations. What did I say about all those chakras being activated? And you can see some of them. It says, I am love, I am love. So again, back to this animal card. Living in the now, in the present. Valuing your own sanctity and individuality and your presence. If you haven't been meditating, maybe it's time for you to start, group number 1. Seriously, grounding that Kundalini activation into the Mother Earth so you can be more present, and so it's more comfortable, that this energy just flows more naturally into your body and it can be more grounded into all your chakras. So that's a beautiful, beautiful message for you, group number 1. Might seem lonely at first. Oh, but everybody belongs somewhere. That is so, so beautiful. Okay, let's elaborate on this, group number 1. Let's see. So we have the 6 of Knives, Ace of Baskets. Ooh, finding a new life here. 4 of Baskets, 7 of Baskets, 2 of Wands, which is the 2 of Sticks in this deck. Ooh, and Aunt Caroline, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So, group number 1. I see that you, in the past, have dealt with a lot of things, but you're ultimately, I feel like most of you are trusting in the fact that in order for you to be healed and renewed and to be more fully in this new life, that it is imperative to go move away from people and things and situations that no longer resonate with you, being brave, and going into places, people, situations that really appreciate your gifts and talents. Better relationships, community, a sense of renewal. And also with that affirmations card, it's a sense of having a better viewpoint, getting clear in your mind about these things, having a more positive attitude, because not only were the people you were once around or situations or your dark night of the soul really exaggerated perhaps how you have a tendency to live in your mind and how you might have negatively talked down to yourself because of the way other people have. And that became more exaggerated. And as a result, this really instilled in you a real need to move forward into a life that has more ease. And that's not saying life isn't without its challenges, but to move in the direction of the least resistance is to flow with spirit, to flow with life. Because as you see here, with this 4 of baskets, before there is a big reluctance to accept your gifts. Because again, I feel like a lot of other people are influencing you and telling you, no, that's evil, that's wrong. Oh, you'll never make money off of that. Who do you think you are? This is devilish, this is harmful. When they don't even really know what they're talking about, you know? And I feel like now you're in a position of, okay, I have all these dreams and these things I want to do. I'm going to be making the plans. And you are, because you've learned not to reject your gifts, but to embrace them. Because that's part of your life path, your life journey, is to accept your gifts, your spiritual gifts, and your creative gifts, group number 1. Because look, you have turned your fortune around. You have gone off of the spinning wheel and made a wheel of your own. Really being appreciated for your natural talents and affinities for things. Because group number 1, I feel like it's more than one thing. You know, it's spiritually gifted, but creatively, charismatic. Maybe someone who does work with animals, you know? And I feel like group number 1, the dark time that passed in your life or you're currently going through was so you could accept that you can make a life of your own with your natural talents and abilities, especially your spiritual gifts and abilities. And Spirit was helping you realize that through discomfort, through feeling like you're not resonating with the same people or family members or activities or beliefs. Those things are totally falling away for you so you can heal and have a sense of renewal and trust in your true gifts and abilities. Becoming more authentically you, group number 1. And let's see on the back of this. Yeah, 3 of Swords and Father Sims. So again, group number 1, I feel like for a lot of you, it was family members. Whether, you know, your one supportive family member passed away. Yeah, I feel like that was it for some of you because I felt a well of tears just now. The one person who supported you and your family passed away. I'm sorry. And it made you realize all the more with conviction to move forward in the way that they wished good things for you, group number 1. This person really instilled belief in what you do, really loved you, and they still do. For others of you, it was, you know, you pronounced that you were going to follow this path, and certain people said, that's it, you're cut off, you're never in my life again, and that might have been really hurtful to you. But I'm telling you, family isn't just the one you're born into, there is made family. And I see that for you on your path, group number 1. You just have to trust and be patient And I know it isn't always so easy, easier said than done, but wow, you are powerful. You are becoming more empowered. Group number 1, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when I make new videos. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. And you chose the Aqua Aura Quartz. I really love the rainbow tint to this. And in case you didn't know, aura quartzes are treated by particular chemicals on the outside and bonded with the quartz to give it different altered properties. And in this case, it's Aqua Aura because it's a bluish color. So what I'm getting from this one, group number 2, is I feel like you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom from past lives in your soul. And part of your mission for this lifetime is to speak up, speak your truth, and be heard. Whether this is through writing, whether this is through lecturing, whether this is through light language or something really groovy like that. But whatever it is, I feel like your dark night of the soul that you're currently going through, you did go through, is that you've had problems with people hearing you, valuing what you say, totally disregarding your thoughts, feelings, opinions on whatever subject. Just people not really getting you. And because of this, you might have had a tendency to shut down. Oh, for some of you, this could have literally manifested in some sort of speech impediment or having problems with developing your speech when you were younger. And then as you got older, you had speech therapy or something like that. It literally has to do with, or singing. You could be someone who's very musically gifted in that way. Either way, it's expression, problems with expressing yourself. And those are like the particular tinge of what you've had problems with. You know, sometimes in life, it's like our greatest, what we perceive as our greatest weaknesses or our greatest strengths. And for you, it has to do with your communication skills, group number 2. So, you know what, I'm going to put that there. There's some messages for you, group number 2. Also, like, you could have been someone who was born in a different country and you've had problems adapting to the language barrier as well. So that could be another factor for you, group number 2. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, intuition. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because I'm a sucker for purple. But anyway, intuition. Again, this for you, group number 2, I feel like is manifested in your inner voice. So again, just like in group number 1, there's this message of clairaudience, perhaps telepathy as well. Your inner voice lets you know a lot of things, and you might have questioned it. And you might think afterwards, oh my gosh, why do I keep questioning it? Why do I keep going through the same things? Why didn't I just listen to my intuition? Why? Because you don't fully trust it on some level, group number 2. And that's why sometimes you ignore your own intuition and what it's trying to tell you and let you know. I know for me, I denied my own intuitive abilities for so long because I honestly just thought I was being really judgmental and I shouldn't be that way. But I realized it was actually my intuition telling me these things. I just felt like I was judging other people, but that's not the case. If your intuition is telling you that something, someone, a situation, even like to what shirt you should wear that day is or isn't for you, you should listen to your intuition. Because I feel like that has been a block for you, group number 2, is not trusting your inner voice. And so you might be repeating a lot of patterns as a result. Like, oh, in hindsight, oh, I knew I shouldn't have. Trust in that voice to guide you because it's really strong for you, group number 2. Okay, so let's look at the back of the deck. Sound, yeah. So what was I saying about the voice? A treble clef there. Music. Chanting even. Whatever is your thing. Express yourself, group number 2. That's really coming through strongly. Because not only will it help activate you, but I feel like part of your mission this lifetime is to help activate other people. So that's really cool. Okay. Also, group number 2, I feel like in part you've been dealing with people throughout your life who've just told you weren't good enough at something. You know, you could be someone who's a musician or someone who's a singer or even a poet. People could have told you like, man, you're not gonna, don't listen to them. People who aren't for you, and that's fine. And the blessing in that is knowing they make themselves known and apparent that they aren't for you. So that in and of itself is a blessing. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. Okay, we have the 2 of Swords, 5 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, 3 of Baskets, ooh, and Big Mama, which is the Sun in this deck. So I feel like for some of you, group number 2, I'm going to start with these. You didn't see something coming, and I feel like this had to do with your dark night of the soul. You didn't see perhaps the ending of a relationship, whether this was a friend, a lover, a family member, or a work colleague. You didn't see it coming that something was going to permanently end in that way. That, you know, maybe there was too much of a focus on the past for things to fully move forward. Whether on your end or theirs, there was something that ended there that you didn't see coming. Or, you know, you might have had whisperings of it through your intuition, but because you didn't want it to happen, you kind of ignored those inner promptings. I feel like that's the case for you, group number 2, because you are very intuitive. You saw this coming, but you didn't want it to happen. But the beautiful thing is that there's a new beginning to celebrate. There's a lot of joy and good tidings, a lot of clarity. Because I feel like this dark night of the soul, through losing someone, something, a job, a work colleague, a friend, a lover, there's this sense of finally realizing that when they're gone, you can have a peace of mind. When they're gone, the role that, say, in terms of a work colleague, the role that they were supposed to fill that they weren't, someone comes in and they're just perfect for the job. And you guys gel well and work so good together. This had to happen so you could fully realize what a good partnership was. Because I feel like before there was things that you would ignore or not listen to your inner voice about, group number 2, just because you had a history with this person. You know, and I know it's hard, but sometimes when you have histories with people, sometimes that's not a good history. History is a very neutral word. But it doesn't always mean, long time doesn't mean good time. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah. Or for some of you as well, it's the sense of being ignored in your relationships. But then someone else comes along, whether platonically, workingly, or, you know, romantic-wise, and they listen to you. They value your opinion. They see you clearly for what you truly have to offer. Whatever the case is, whatever resonates with you, you're not going to be ignored anymore, and you're not going to ignore yourself, your talents, your abilities, and your value. So, group number 2, I feel like this is why you've gone through the dark night of the soul. So you can truly realize your value. So you have the desire to be heard and not ignored anymore. Yeah. The Mother of Baskets and the Son of Coins. So you can trust your intuition and feel better about these things coming in, these new plans you'll be making with other people and communicating with them about, because you have a good feeling about them and you're trusting your intuition. Group number 2, trust your intuition. It's not going to lead you astray. I feel like doubting has led you astray, group number 2. So those are some beautiful things coming in, group number 2. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and have a blessed day. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. And you chose this golden calcite. And calcite, the clear, but I find it works with this one too, is travelers, sailors would use this when it was really dark and you couldn't navigate by the stars, or in the dark, either or. And they would see how the light affected the stone, and wherever they'd be light, oh, maybe it was the dark, sorry. And wherever they would see lightness in the stone would be the correct way to go. So, group number 3, I feel like your block has been in relationships and creativity very, very, very specifically. I feel like, you feel like you can't trust yourself because your barometer of sensing if someone's right for you to associate with in any manner has been off. But I feel like that was a necessity to go through maybe some not so nice relationships so that you could properly sense who is for you and who is not. Because that is part of your gift. You have a really good barometer. You just have to learn to trust it. You have to learn to like what is good for you so that your sacral chakra can be cleared and open, as well as your creativity. Because creativity is really tied to your emotions, how you allow them to flow and express them in a healthy manner. So I feel like that has been your dark night of the soul, group 3, is relationships and your relationship to your own creativity and yourself as well. How that has been affected with your relationships with other people. So let's get some insight into this. And I think group number 3, you would consider yourself a people person, or you wouldn't because of the relationships you've had with other people. But that is part of your life purpose and your mission, group number 3. Yeah. Purification. Like I said, you have gone through a lot when it comes to all kinds of relationships in your life. All the relationships in your life. Where you feel like other people just always have nefarious intentions. Not every person, just the specific people you've dealt with, because that was part of your life lessons. But I feel like now is the time to go through and take stock of all that and to cleanse yourself of those experiences. Because if you look here in the distance, there's that shooting star. Because when you go through this transmutation process and clearing away all the gunk that is within your sacral chakra, you can focus on creating your wishes, because that's what your sacral chakra is for, creating your relationship to creation, creating on the earth plane. So, working on the emotional body and cleansing it is what you're doing right now. In your dreams, in the astral, and also in the physical. There could be a lot because you're going through the process of Dark Night of the Soul, group number 3. I feel that very distinctly, is letting certain things fall away that no longer resonate and are not good for you. Patterns, habits, your environment and your habitat, what sort of people you have around you and what you allow to happen to you. Those are choices that you make on a daily basis that you must consider in order to cleanse away all of these things. To get emotionally healthy, group number 3, so that you can flow beautifully with life instead of paddling upstream constantly, feeling like everything's a battle. Oh yeah, because look, there's the rainbow dragon. You are here now, focusing on being here in the now, being rooted to the present, looking forward to the future, and that miracles can happen. Allowing that wonder for life, the world, and people, believing in the beauty of those things, group number 3. I know when you've been through it, sometimes it's hard to even have a good thought about certain things sometimes. But I feel like through cleansing your sacral chakra, all these other colors about you, all throughout your chakras, will be brightened, refreshed, having that lust for life again, wanting to create, nurture, be yourself authentically in this world. Wow, that's beautiful. So, let's get some clarity on this group number 3. Wishes can come true, group number 3. Sometimes it just takes some time, because you want to clear away all that stuff that is not part of the dream, so you can be focused and also appreciate what you have. And also so you don't have people around you who take advantage of your good spirit and nature. I feel like that's been a problem for you, group number 3. A repeating pattern that it's time to let go of. All right. 8 of coins. Ace of knives. Yeah, 3 of baskets, 5 of knives, 2 of knives, okay. Big Mama, oh my goodness. This card was in the same exact position for group number 2. All right, so for you, group number 3, I feel like going through this process now is going to be very beneficial for you, because it's going to change your attitude. I feel like because of the experiences you've faced in your life, you might have had a tendency to undermine your own efforts through doubting yourself, through thinking people are just going to screw you over constantly. And they might have. But again, not everybody is like that, group number 3. I can see that you've been really working on your natural talents and abilities, things you truly have an affinity for. And this is what really drew me in with the attitude thing. Because it could be that in your life you've had successes, but you might not have seen it that way because other people around you may have caused issue around it. Whether that's fighting or, you know, someone feeling down about themselves so they'll just go out of their way to ignore your accomplishments, or you undermining them because you're not comfortable with success on some level because of things that other people have put you through. Group number 3, I feel like part of the dark night of the soul was helping you to realize how much in your life you've waited for the other shoe to drop, having that sort of attitude, so that it blocks you from realizing you're doing well. So that's part of what's being purified for you, because here, this is the changing of the mind. This is, you know, cutting people off that need to be cut off. This is a change of attitude, this fresh insight to what you do and how much that can change the outcome, group number 3. The power of the mind, the power of the heart, but also the power of the sacral to create this new. Because look, there's Big Mama. So for you, group number 3, what you really need to realize and what you're going through the process of is realizing that you have inherent value. You have gifts and skills that you must need to appreciate, so you naturally attract people who appreciate you. And part of going through all this skirmishing and fighting and back and forth and relationship after relationship with people that, why do these people never appreciate me? Because you needed to trust in your own worth and value to be able to attract people that also value you and what you do. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. And the Daughter of Sticks. So I feel like for you, group number 3, you're kind of in between choice. So whether that's a job, whether that's 2 opportunities, whatever it is, I feel like you're in a waiting period, a bit indecisive about what you want to do next. But when you decide, there's a lot of joy and optimism and wanting to put your best and your all into something. So group number 3, as long as you make a healthy choice into your highest good, there is going to be a lot to celebrate for you, if you're wondering about that. Making the best choice for you is the healthiest choice. It's the choice that brings you the most joy. It's the choice where you can attract people who want your highest good for you and for themselves. Everyone can win, group number 3, and that's the message I'm seeing for you. So, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. Have a blessed day. Hello, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. And you chose this combination amethyst, which is, because amethyst is quartz, but you can see it's mostly quartz with some inclusions and a bit of iron ore here. And then you can see the purple at the top. And I remember my friend gave this to me, Megan. And I remember we all got to choose one because she had gone to a local mine. And she put it in a bag. And we all chose our own without looking. And I remember thinking when I got this one, like, it was the most unique looking. It had the least amount of purple. And again, I'm a sucker for purple. And I was thinking, I wonder what this could mean. And she said to me, she's like, oh, I was wondering who's going to choose this one. And she's like, you chose this one because you're a leader. And what this stone really tells me, group number 4, is you might have been, you are someone who doesn't really like the responsibility of leading something. Even though you're someone who's taken the time to really learn something, experiment, try things out, develop your own philosophy, developing your talents in something, there's been a major reluctance for you to be seen. You like to be very private about things. You do like to share, but only with a select few. And I feel like your block is not getting out there in the world as you could, because that is part of your destiny. You're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be someone that people look up to because of your mastery in something. So, group number 4, your block and your dark night of the soul has been associated with, and it may come up as like major dissatisfaction with how something is going in your life, because you're a natural born leader. So lead your life. That's what I'm getting for you, group number 4. So let's get some clarity on this. Group number 4. Yeah, and don't think because like you're meant to be a leader that means you have to like fight and argue with people. No. A good leader is someone that people can get good advice from. Someone who makes certain things clear and encourages the growth in other people. Not talks down to someone. I feel like that's a big misconception, but no, it's like positive leadership. So if you're worried about that, group number 4, don't be. You're meant to be a really good leader. The reluctant leader is usually the best leader because they want people to lead themselves. So that's another message for you, group number 4. Yeah, reflection. And oh, if you're a fan of the Aurora Borealis, this might be another message for you. Maybe one day you'll go to Iceland. So, when I see in the wolf, the lone wolf is, again, you're someone who really values your privacy. But I feel like the reflection for you is, do I want to be alone the rest of my life? Do I want to keep all these wondrous things and insights and knowledge I have to myself? Am I going to be satisfied with that? No, I don't think you will be. And I think that's part of the reflection that has gone through your mind lately. In the stage that you're in your dark night of the soul, is quiet reflection of, is no one going to know who I am? Is no one going to know the knowledge that I have to share? Am I just constantly going to feel like I'm alone in what I'm doing? And the answer is no. You are a natural born leader. That's why you felt so alone and isolated all of your life. Because you're meant to teach people your particular vein of knowledge or expertise, group number 4. And again, have a reluctance to do so. Because perhaps of the way other people have treated you, or the way you didn't believe in yourself. But I feel like that's passing you by. Because if you're thinking about it, I feel like it's going to come to be for you. So, really interesting. Ooh, affirmations. Okay, so again, as someone who has a tendency to live in their own head, because of the self-reflection, so do you. And what would help you is some sort of meditation. And it doesn't always have to be grand, it can be simple. Just having a presence of living in the now and not just in your mind, but grounding those things down into your present reality will be very beneficial for you. Like, I am light, I am love, something positive that you say to yourself that helps you open up to not only more spiritual guidance, but also to the fact that you are meant to help and guide others in some way, group number 4. So keep your thoughts positive, loving, joyful, as much as humanly possible. But I would recommend that because it will really help ease your transition from the isolation that you've been feeling into a life where you can share with others because they will seek you out. I don't feel like this time it will be a sense of ridicule or being seen as the odd one out, group number 4, because I can sense that. It's going to be about you sharing with a community of people who are looking for your particular brand of whatever it is you're helping people with. Because if you look at the top, there's angel assistance. So I feel like affirmations of calling upon your angels or whomever you're comfortable with in assisting you, they will. But I feel like you're supposed to help provide the service to other people as well, helping guide them on their journey. Something to think about, group number 4. So let's get some more insight. Yeah, and I think you're worried that people won't get you. But again, there are specific communities for whatever it is you want to bring about in the world. Like, it's a big world out there, and the internet is such a great tool for these things. So, so daughter of sticks, the daughter of baskets, ace of sticks, son of baskets, father of coins, the 9 of sticks, 4 of coins, 4 of baskets. Oh my God. Okay. I'm already getting so many messages from this. So group number 4, I feel like you are super, super excited to manifest, because again, this might have to do with a job, like something self-made, something entrepreneurial that has to do with your certain skills and talents. You're really excited. I feel like there's already been a good buzz about what you're doing already, and that makes you more enthused because, you know, part of your block with the Dark Night of the Soul is wanting acknowledgement, but also having so many boundaries that how can anyone see you when you're keeping all these things to yourself? So that was part of your Dark Night of the Soul, is being okay with being seen by other people. Because of the experiences you've had, you've really had your wall up. You know, on one hand, it's good because you have a sense of boundary, like privacy, people respecting what you're okay with and what you're not. But, you know, you're also a very sensitive person, and that's why you've been really defensive. But you also have all these long-term goals and things that you do that you want to present to the world for the long term, making a career out of it, but a satisfying career because it's already what you're good at naturally. And again, with these two, Spirit is really cautioning you not to hold back. Open up your gifts to the wider world and let yourself be seen and known, because the leadership is what you're meant to be and to do. That's your mission this lifetime, group number 4. So that is a confirmation to me from Spirit. No more holding back. Because that was your problem, is living inside yourself so much that you wouldn't allow for anybody else to see who you are. No longer with this creative endeavor, with this career endeavor. Putting yourself out there more in the world is going to be very rewarding, satisfying. People saying, oh my goodness, thank you so much for your help. That satisfaction of helping another person because you love what you're doing. Spirit says, don't hold back anymore. Accept your gift of guidance. Go for those things that get you happy and excited. Things that are a second skin, a second nature to you, group number 4. Yeah, Father of Knives. The Garden. You are someone who's very wise. Very, very wise. Measured, balanced, full of wisdom and guidance. Because you've been through a lot of these things internally in your life experience. You can share so much of your wisdom with other people, group number 4. So, those are the messages I'm getting for you, group number 4. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and have a blessed day.